Hey everyone, this is Stephen. Welcome to day one of FlowXO's Advent Calendar Video Spectacular. Today, day one, welcome and introduction. My earliest memory of an Advent calendar is one with a Thundercats theme that my mother got for me, specially imported from the US years ago when I was probably 21 or 22 or something like that. Okay, over the next 24 days we'll give you some video content each day. We'll give you an interesting bot that's been released, a new FlowXO feature, or some hints and tips, and perhaps most importantly, a piece of the puzzle that will lead to you winning this coveted FlowXO hoodie. So over the next 20 days or so, I'll be giving out a single letter in each video that relates to a common Christmas word or phrase. The first person to email me with the complete word or phrase and wishing me Merry Christmas will win this unique and outstanding quality hoodie. First, today's news, a bot launch and an updated service from FlowXO. Let's go into my desktop. So here, dropped into my inbox this morning, the British Airways bot. This bot is great in terms of engaging content. This is what it does here. You can see that it aims to get people outside the UK travelling to London, of course with British Airways. I really like this bot because it has good engaging content, it's multilingual, it lets you provide emojis as input so I can give a plane to restart the flow. But most importantly, it knows its limits. When you get to crunch time to book a flight, it directs to an existing tried and tested portal rather than try to shoehorn all flight related booking into the bot. Okay, and now on to FlowXO's tip of the day. We launched some updates to the attribute service a few days ago. Firstly, we've done some back-end updates, which means that attributes are now lightning fast. But additionally, in terms of a flow, here for instance we might want to monitor how often a customer says the words help. Anybody who's watched one of our Getting Started webcasts, and I encourage you to do so, they run every Wednesday at 3 PM Universal UTC, will recognise my setup here if you've seen those webcasts, and please do sign up for one and watch if you haven't already. So what I want to do here, it'd be really nice to track customers that are really struggling and perhaps get them to an agent right away so that we don't frustrate the customer and we don't lose a deal. So here's what we'll do. First, as part of this help workflow, we will set an attribute. And we'll call the attribute help, and the value we're going to set as +1. So the +1 is going to increment this attribute's value every time this flow is run by a specific customer visiting the bot. So I'll just save that to the end of the help workflow. And then we'll go and create a brand new flow, and we're going to use the attribute updated trigger. And of course it's the help attribute that we're interested in. Now importantly, this time around I'm going to add a filter. The output I'm going to use is going to be given to us by FlowXO, and these are the updates that we've released recently. So you can see here I can now track the new value as an output right away in this trigger, and this is the new value of the attribute that we've monitored, the help attribute, as being updated. The condition is greater than or equal to 3. So we're going to look for people saying help to the bot, but we're looking specifically now for people that say it 3 or more times. Just turn this workflow on here, and then we're going to pass a message back to all these people that come to us and say help 3 or more times. Just got some pre-prepared text here. And we can go check this out in Messenger. Just to note that this trigger needs to sync, so this is not an instantaneous trigger like a bot new message. We will need to wait for it to go and pick up those differences. But the point here is that when I ask our bot for help, I'll get a standard message back. And over in FlowXO, just to labour this point, we just need to wait for this sync to happen. So here you can see I've just zoomed ahead a little bit just to keep us having to wait for those syncing operations to happen. But over now in the logs you can see that I've filtered out my first trigger because the new value came to 2. That's not enough, we needed 3 or more. But then in this action we can see that everything went ahead successfully, and over in Messenger on the 3rd time of asking help I got this extra special message here to say that I've sent a message to a human. And so the final step here, I've broken this out just to really labour the point, because now I'm going to use the messaging service and we're actually going to route this message through to a human. So our email address, let's get that in there. And we'll click next and save. So just a few points here. Firstly, as I always point out in our weekly webcast, we're going to route this message through to Gmail, but the important point is that I could route this message to any ticketing software. All I need to do is give the address of where this message should be routed to, so it could go to Freshdesk, could go to Salesforce Desk, or any other ticketing software. I'm going to click next and save. We'll go over to Messenger, and just to complete this, type in help again. We'll be given the options back in FlowXO. We just need to wait for the sync. And as soon as that sync's occurred here, I've skipped ahead again, just check the logs just to demonstrate that. And this time over in Messenger, I've got the special message again to say that it's been routed through to a human, and over in Gmail, here's the message that we asked to be sent to the live human agent behind the bot. If I then say, as the agent, and we'll see that that message is routed directly back into Messenger. So we've got an update to the attribute service there. You can see how it can be used for some really fine control over when flows are actually started. And you can really start to tailor the conversation that you're having with the customer. Okay, so on to the fun part. Today's letter is E. For anybody that's watching, you'll want to write that down. E for Echo is your first letter for today. Remember, put all the letters together, and the first person to email me the whole word, can take this fabulous garment off my hands. If you can guess it ahead of time, send over your attempts, email me your attempts, but a warning, incorrect guesses will get you a sad emoji and you're out. Thanks a lot for watching.